Yeah, it's so funny that you say contraction because I've been writing about this
Mhm.
where I don't think it's a contraction because contraction will denote expansion. I consider this a correction. This is us finding a new equilibrium.
Yeah.
And one of the core theses of this entire summit is I believe the future lies in the intersection between the legacy Hollywood creatives and the next generation of content creators, right? It's somewhere in the middle there. And this is where I want to come back to generative AI because this
Mhm.
is where I'm very optimistic, but I know that there are fears that come with it. If we take something, at least for this conversation, we'll say Google VO3, but by the time this conversation is over and I release it in less than a week, it'll probably be something new because it's impossible to keep up with all of this. But one could say, if I want to put in a prompt and I want to make a really cool sci-fi short, there's one argument that somebody could make where they're like, well, by doing that with a simple prompt, you have replaced what could be an entire crew of 100 people and their jobs. And I would say, this was never going to exist in that world because I don't have the resources, I don't have the connections. The
Yeah.
only reason it exists is because of generative AI. It's not replacing what would have been done. Now, it's different if the head of Paramount Studios decides to do it. But for
Yeah.
me as an individual, I can create things I can never create before. And now the gatekeepers have gone away because I can just post something that's user generated content. And if I know I'm using a responsible large language model, who's going to stop me from putting it on YouTube, building my own audience and being able to tell these kinds of stories? And I feel like people are missing these opportunities because they're so worried about, well, how does it affect legacy Hollywood? But they're not seeing where the future's going with these tools.